Well, hello and welcome to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Show. I'm your host, Corey Sievers, and on behalf of everyone here in the Savvy Team Wellness community, congratulations for joining us here on the show. And welcome to another Savvy Favorites episode. So in this particular episode, we're going to go through the 10 amazing benefits of detoxing your body. Also, in Wealthy and Wise, we'll talk about, are you more like carrots, coffee, or eggs? So lots of fun coming up in this particular show. So look, if we've not met before, and if this is your first time joining us for the show, here in the Savvy Team, we're all about helping you reach that higher level of health and wellness. And at this particular point in time of the year, it's a good time to be taking stock and sort of thinking of, all right, what was the last year like and what's going to change for the new year. So it's definitely a time for setting goals for the new year, for coming up with, whether it be wellness New Year's resolutions or, lifestyle and, family New Year's resolutions. Whatever it is, it's about, setting that time aside to really think about what you want for the coming year. Now, many of our community members have really been delving into doing some weight loss programs and detox even leading up to the Christmas period, and so and they shocked they just shocked the pants off their family members by how great they looked. How'd you go? How was the Christmas and festive season for you? Do I need to get out the tape measure and see what damage has been done? Look, it doesn't really matter. Even if you've done the damage and everything, the great thing is that we have programs, support, and guidance to help take care of that. But now's the time to start. Now's the time to really start getting prepped and ready for the new year. We have a number of intakes with our wellness programs, with a new detox program starting up, and also programs around our various weight loss programs. So that's why this particular show is focused on the benefits of detoxing your body. See, a lot of people, when they think about weight loss and everything, they just think about sort of the visual impact, the benefits of looking slimmer and everything. But when you do things the right way, you're actually going to dramatically improve how you, not only how you look, but also how you feel. And that's why our programs are more wellness focused rather than just, trying to treat the symptom as such of having put on weight. We really look to look at some of the underlying things that are going on in the body. And a detox is a great way to start the new year, even if you just do it for 30 days, along with the Eat Savvy approach and all that sort of thing. So this is a great time to really delve into the 10 amazing benefits of detoxing your body. Great to have you with us here as we're talking about the benefits of detoxing, because it's so important. If you've been struggling with different issues that are unexplained related to your health and well-being, or you're just somebody who wants to slow aging and look your best, then really understanding the power of detoxification, and also the importance of turning off the toxic tap as far as what we're exposing our bodies to. It's just so important. It's some of the important first steps that we teach on the way to wellness here in the Savvy Team. So if it's one of your first sessions that we do, that you come along to, that we do here in the Savvy Team, then welcome along. If you have any questions or comments as we go through, then please do let us know. And of course, if you're one of our wonderful community members joining us here on this particular broadcast, then please share your comments and personal experiences and the journey that you've had, the success story that you've had in terms of the power of detox and the amazing benefits that you've had in helping you detox your body. So again, welcome along. Corey Sievers here. I'm the Director of Wellness Education here in the Savvy Team, and looking forward to sharing with you these benefits of detoxing your body. Joining us also in the chat, you'll see and hear from Linda. Linda is our lead wellness guide and community manager. So, and of course, a number of the community members are no doubt going to join us here or catch the replay. So in the Savvy Team, we're all about helping you enjoy improved health and well-being. And this subject of detox is such an important topic. But since we're dealing with the area of health and well-being, it is important, as we venture into this whole information, that everything I'm sharing reflects my personal research and experiences and I'm sharing really for educational purposes only, so none of it should be seen as medical advice. The information is general in nature, and so therefore, of course, all of your individual health concerns have not been taken into account. Comments and experiences should not be interpreted as therapeutic claims. If you have any questions as to the appropriateness of the information with regards to your own personal well-being, then please discuss this with your healthcare provider. We encourage you to take self-responsibility for your own well-being and learn more on this topic of detoxification and on complementary medicine in general. Because this concept of detox is so important. Many people sort of think it's some fad, or that, you know, the body naturally detoxes and we shouldn't need to do anything. And while some of those things are true, what's happening today in our day and age is that we're being bombarded by so many chemicals, and our bodies are overloaded, not having the right biochemical nutrients, for example, to optimize our body's detox pathways. And so there's an imbalance there, and the toxins can build up in our systems and actually trigger a number of different health conditions. So just like a medication, which is a chemical that is given into the body for a therapeutic effect, just like a medication can have a side effect, toxicity that you're exposed to could have a side effect. And that side effect could be some of the challenges that you're personally experiencing that you don't think of as being triggered by these exposures to toxicity. And so in the Savvy team, our primary, part of our primary wellness philosophy is to optimize the body's natural detox pathways and also to limit the toxic load. And that's sort of the information that I'd like to cover with you a little bit in this particular session. So congrats for being here. So as we venture into the 10 amazing benefits of detoxing your body, have you experienced any of these common problems? Body odor, allergies or frequent illness, trouble losing weight, moodiness, any moody people out there? Headaches, looking and feeling older than you really are. Grumpiness, any grumpy old men joining us here? And maybe a forgetful or dozy mind. And I have a secret to tell you. I have a comment here that you might not believe. All of those symptoms are linked to body toxicity. But see, we believe that symptoms are not enemies to be destroyed, but sacred messengers who encourage us to take better care of ourselves. Such an important quote there, because these symptoms that we're getting, if they're all signs and symptoms of toxicity, we can do something about it. We're not victims to those symptoms. We just need to take some simple action steps and we can eliminate those and even venture towards a higher level of wellness. And so that's what this session is all about. So all of those linked to body toxicity and all of these as well. Rashes and skin problems, sleep disturbance and insomnia, digestive disturbances, bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, indigestion, all sorts of abdominal discomfort, liver and gallbladder problems, IBS and bowel discomfort, joint pain, sinusitis, brain fog and poor memory, confusion, clumsiness even, all of this, blurry vision and eye pain, fatigue and lethargy, anxiety, irritability, nerves, and hormone changes. Have you experienced any of those, or do you know someone who's experienced some of these? And they've wondered what's going on here. Well, these are all linked to body toxicity, and some of them are not as obvious as others. Like if we look at Mr. and Mrs. Motor Vehicle here, for Pete's sake, Robert, it's about time you saw a mechanic about these emissions of yours. And so we can joke with toxicity about, foul gas and emissions and all this sort of thing, and have a lot of humor that surrounds being toxic and, toilet jokes and all those sorts of things. But just like we have Mr. and Mrs. Motor Vehicle here talking about these emissions, there are warning signs, and those warning signs show up on the dashboard of a vehicle. But you know what? They're also showing up for you. So any of these signs and symptoms are like the dash lights coming on and saying something needs to be done around here. We need a bit of a cleanup. We need the microfilter changed. We need the engine oil changed and all that sort of thing. And that's what we're here to really talk about. In terms of detoxification, you don't just pull out the filter like you do in a vehicle. Pull out the air filter, pull out the the fuel filter, pull out the oil filter. You don't just pull them out and replace them. They actually are self-cleaning if they're given the right nutrients to do so. So we're here to talk about really introducing you to the concept of self-cleaning your filters in your very important vehicle. So your body will start by whispering, then it'll start talking, and if you don't pay attention, it'll start yelling and shouting, and then you've got an illness, said Dr. Molly Roberts. And so to deal with all of this in depth, we actually have a free masterclass on the detox principles and our actual program. So if you'd like to really delve into this subject, then and you understand the benefits, and you're sort of, I guess, excited by the benefits, the 10 amazing benefits we're going to cover, then I would encourage you to register for the free masterclass. We have countless success stories from people going through our detoxification programs. We have, short detox programs, dietary detox programs, and also longer extended programs, but they're all guided programs really to help you reach that high level of wellness. So when you become involved with our wellness community, you'll have a wellness guide, and that person will be there to point you in the direction, guide you through the journey, really, so that you achieve the goals that you're looking for. So it really is just we really believe that there are 4 pieces of the puzzle. You need a plan, you need some solutions, you need guidance, and you need community, and you get it all with the Savvy team. So let me give you a little bit of hope, move you away from despair, just by sharing with you some of the comments from our and community success stories. This one here: hi, I'm feeling really well and excited. I'm down 7 kilos in a month. So I've started on my second Savvy Detox month. Looking forward to losing another 6 kilos. Yeah, one of the benefits of doing a detox is losing fat. This is a routine occurrence in our Savvy detoxes. Another one here: I've heard and followed a lot of success stories on the Savvy team's detox program, and I knew I needed to get hubby on it. In such a short time, 28 days, Dom has lost nearly 7 kilos, increased energy, improved concentration, is more positive, no more snoring, and he is happy he fits into his smaller clothes again. And this particular couple, that they even talked about the fact that, the toxicity was getting to them, and they were not happy with each other even. And so going through the detox helped them to be a little bit less moody and irritable with each other. So how do we become toxic? How on earth do we become toxic? Well, there are 2 fundamental or underlying causes of poor health. And number 1 is an excessive exposure to toxicity. Now, the interesting thing today, and I'm going to share with you a video a little bit later on, is that we don't need to have excessive exposure by being in a toxic workplace or any of those sorts of things, because the problem is that we're being bombarded from all different sources, and this builds up in our system. Now, many of these chemicals are not they're not stored in the body long term. So if you turn off the tap, your toxicity level comes down and you start to get healthier. If you both turn off the toxic tap and increase nutrition to optimize your body's detox pathways, then you reach that high level of wellness even faster. And that's why we assert that there are 2 fundamentals or underlying causes of all poor health, and it's excessive exposure to toxicity and basically a lack of nutrition to counterbalance that. So what we in essence need to do is we need to decrease the chemicals and increase the nutrition. Simple as that. So the way, there are 5 sources of toxins you really do need to know about. That's home exposure, personal care products, household cleaning products, cosmetics and skincare. These are important ones to eliminate because they're direct exposures. They're things that you're applying to your body or breathing in every day. Then we have medication, and medication is a source of toxicity, and we're not at all encouraging you to just go off your medication without seeking advice from your doctor, whoever puts you on the medication. But that being said, if you can improve the underlying aspects of your health, then you may no longer require the medication, because really the medication is only dealing with the symptoms, not correcting the underlying condition in most cases. Food, water, and drink, major source of toxicity. Environmental pollution, definitely a source of toxicity. A lot of it we can't do much about. And then we have auto-intoxication. So this is where even your own body is a source of toxins, whether it just be by being constipated or stressed out, thinking negatively. These are all actual sources of negative endorphins, those sorts of things. Chemicals are actually released in the body when you think negatively, when you're stressed out and all that sort of thing. So we like to say that it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 in order to help you start towards that higher level of wellness. So achieving optimal well-being, slowing aging, feeling your best, detoxing your body could be as easy as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, decreasing toxin exposure. So altering your diet and changing to safer products. So eliminating some of those primary sources of toxins, what's absorbed through your skin and what you put in your mouth. We need to increase nutrition, aiming for the 90 nutrients that your body needs each and every day to focus, to optimize itself and to actually, I guess, operate at its optimal. You need to optimize the body's detox pathways and other body systems, and we have wellness programs to help you do that. And so our whole philosophy is very holistic, and in our free online class that we call Wellness It's Not That Hard, we go into that in a lot more depth. But easy as 1, 2, 3. What did we just say? We need to decrease toxins, increase nutrition, and optimize the body's natural detoxification pathways and other body systems. So what are these detox pathways? Well, let me share the body's 7 detoxification pathways with you. They are the skin, the bowel, the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, the lymphatic system, and the blood and the circulatory system. So I love this particular image of the slippery slides and the 7 detox pathways, because if we start from the left-hand side, the skin and the bowel are your largest slippery slides. They're your largest detoxification pathways. So if your skin's not functioning properly because you're bombarding it with chemicals and putting soaps that clog the natural pores and all of the chemicals that that stop it functioning, and mineral oils and all of these sorts of things that clog the natural function of the skin, then you're actually clogging one of the body's perfect detox pathways. Then we have the bowel, the next slippery dip. And, the slippery dips are quite an apt situation for this, because, again, dehydration can cause constipation and all that sort of thing. So if there's no water traveling down the slide, then it's not going to be a comfortable ride. And, if you're not drinking enough water and the toxicity is building up in you and you're constipated, chances are you don't feel it's much of a comfortable ride either. So same here. Then we move to the next one, the liver, the next major detox pathway, very important detox pathway, and one that we find when you optimize it just really does have such an amazing effect across a broad spectrum of issues. The kidneys, next detox pathway. The lungs are sort of like a minor detox pathway. In a lot of ways, it's a source of absorbing more toxins, but nevertheless, same thing with all of these systems. You can absorb toxins, but also expel them. Then we have the lymphatic system, which is very, very important in the whole detoxification process, and it works alongside the blood and circulatory system. So there you have it. Now you can imagine that all of these detox pathways are like these slippery slides, helping all the toxins to disappear out of your body if they're functioning properly. So to get things working properly, easy as 1, 2, 3, and when these people followed the easy as 1, 2, 3 philosophy, decreasing toxins, increasing nutrition, optimizing the body's pathways, the detox pathways and systems, these are some of the results that they experienced. So, for example, Shelley eliminating dermatitis, flaky scalp, thinning hair. Alan eliminating arthritis and dandruff and rosacea. And then we see people such as Gwen getting rid of IBS, insomnia, heart palpitations, and back pain. And Julie getting more energy, clearer thinking, reduced cravings, losing 12 kilos. So these are all this is all the power of following our easy as 1, 2, 3 philosophy, which incorporates natural detoxification principles. I've been using this detox program in conjunction with my personal training business. It's a great tool for personal trainers to help their clients with stubborn areas of body fat. Gets the organs cleaned out, functioning optimally for lifelong fat loss, no gimmicks. And so I like to say, to feel the force, detox you must, as our friend Yoda might say there. So there you have it. To feel the force, detox you must. If there's something that you'd like to improve about your health, then we can definitely guide you there. And all of these things that I shared with you that are all linked to body toxicity, these are issues that routinely go away when you focus on detoxification and wellness principles. So here are 10 amazing benefits of detoxing your body. Let's go through these 10 amazing benefits. All right, so number 1, weight loss and easier weight management. So there are many reasons to do a detox, obviously, besides losing weight. You might see a lot of people that have focused on losing weight on our programs, because we do couple it with a lot of weight loss programs, because people lose more weight when they also simultaneously detox before the program. So detoxing can help you with long-term weight management though. So if you're at an ideal weight and you want to sort of try to stay there, then obviously doing a detox could help you stay on track. But one of the best things of detox, it doesn't just help you now, but it's setting yourself up with healthy habits for the future. So really, toxins affect the body's natural ability to burn fat. And part of the problem is that the fat stores are also the toxic waste dump. So it's sort of like, because fat stores tend to be inert and not in circulation as such, the body sort of thinks that they're a place to get chemicals out of the way, shall we say. And so some of our most effective weight management regimes have seen people actually optimize their detox pathways and lose weight without even trying, just in the preparatory phase of weight loss. So some people even losing 10 kilos in a month without dieting per se. So really good one there if you're looking to lose excess fat or manage it better. It can boost your energy and improve your quality of life. You're likely to have more mental, physical, and emotional energy after detoxing. People tend to sleep better and need less of it. An energy boost is certainly one of the things that people notice when they do detoxing and follow our programs. But the interesting thing is that people can say, it's just so amazing. Not only am I not feeling as tired on the lounge at night, I'm seemingly needing less sleep and waking up feeling more refreshed. How can I be needing less sleep and, just with a bit of a detox? Because your body is functioning better, really. So who doesn't really want more energy in a day? When you think about all of the fact that our time is split from many different things, family, work, hobbies, pastimes, all sorts of different things, exercise, social life. The modern life certainly demands a lot from us. And so making sure that you've spent a bit of time detoxing your system and you're operating at your peak will certainly help you to boost energy and improve the quality of your life. Squeeze more out of life, we could actually say. So next one, aids in all of the body systems and can help you prevent disease. And this is like, detoxing helps right down, all the way down in the body, right down even to the mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cell. So, that a lot of disease nowadays, a lot of evidence is pointing to the fact that it's damage to the mitochondria that leads to inflammation, leads to disease. And so if we can actually do something that supports the very essence of the power in our cells, then we're going to feel a lot more energetic. We're going to be a lot better for it. And detoxing helps the mitochondria. So optimizing the detox pathway certainly helps your body with toxin removal, gives your organs, I guess a little bit of a boost in their ability, sort of like a bit of a helping hand, because so much is demanded of them nowadays. So your liver, your kidneys, and other organs, they can all be in healthy working order, but still you could be building up toxicity more than you realize. So doing a periodical detoxification, as well as just generally optimizing your body's detox pathways, is just a great way to sort of support your organs and improve your all-round well-being. Certainly environmental toxins are responsible for many cancers and neurological diseases, a lot of research around that, even heart disease. So our bodies do have these built-in detox pathways, but we have done so much to them, we're putting so much on them every day that they're simply overloaded. So let's, give you a bit of a word picture that you can all probably relate to. You think about a blocked drain. So yes, it's a natural detox pathway for our body. A blocked toilet, a blocked drain, the incinerator not quite working and the sinks filling up. Well, these are all detox pathways in our house, and they're supposed to function, but when they get a bit blocked up from, for example, not enough water or whatever, or some other thing, pushing too much down there, then we get the blockage. And we can look. It's not quite the same with your body's detox pathways, but we can think of it in the same way. We're demanding a lot of the pathway, so more has to be done to support the pathway to keep things clean and healthy for us on the inside. Next thing, it can enhance the function of your immune system. So a compromised immune system certainly makes us more vulnerable to colds and flu. It affects our quality of life, productivity. Regular detoxing certainly helps to strengthen the immune system, helps with the fighting off infections. Part of that is through the benefit to the lymphatic system, which is involved in detoxification and the immune system. So if you're on a detox and actually taking specific herbs, then that can actually boost the lymphatic system as well. And obviously, as I said there, the lymphatic system is partially responsible for keeping us healthy and toxin-free, as well as helping our immune system. So that's one benefit, one amazing benefit of detoxing: an enhanced immune system. A little bit more vain one, we could say, nicer breath. And so the removal of toxins from your body has pleasant side effects like freshening up your breath. So, your digestive system is going to function better. It's going to, remove a lot of sometimes it can be indigestion problems, dysbiosis, and that can show up as bad breath. Also, just, again, because of the lungs and your breathing, it's sort of a detox pathway. If you're toxic, then, that's going to express itself as bad breath. A lot of the times we blame just our oral hygiene, but it's actually our internal hygiene, the hygiene of our detox pathways, our internal body systems even, that's expressing itself as less than perfect breath, shall we say. So keep in mind, though, I guess, that when you're doing a detox, sometimes your breath can get worse during the detox. All right? Because it's part of that reaction. All right, let's continue with the 10 amazing benefits of detoxing your body. You could have clearer skin and improved skin health as well. So, you could use some of the most amazing, elaborate skincare regimes like we offer and we do in our programs. We have for example, our 10 years younger challenge, and we have some amazing, we recommend some amazing solutions for anti-aging and skin well-being, for acne and all these sorts of things. But if your diet's not healthy and you're loaded with toxins, then you're still going to experience skin problems. And a detox is a surefire way of being able to clear up your skin. One thing that you might hear us talking about in different sauna programs is the power, in different detox programs, is the power of saunas. Saunas also directly, because they are enhancing the skin as a detox pathway, can be very good for clogged pores and all of those sorts of things. So directly enhancing the glow and the health of the skin. So as with your breath, the issue can get worse when you detox. Sometimes people experience an exacerbation of skin problems when they're doing a detox, but as long as you're prepared for that and you understand it's part of the process and you just continue on through, then you'll be good to go. So diet and environmental toxins certainly do affect the skin. And remember the slippery dips, the slippery slides, that the skin is our largest organ of elimination. So optimizing it is certainly a wise idea if we want to not only have a healthy inside, but also have healthy hair, skin, nails, complexion, natural glow, all that sort of thing. So improve, certainly clearer skin and improved skin health. Then we have improved thinking and more mental clarity. So for clearer thoughts and a better memory, detoxing is definitely the way to go. The benefits of detoxing also aren't just physical. In fact, many people experience a change in their moods, a change in their demeanor, a change in their short-temperedness. So many people are just nicer when they're less toxic. So there's actually there's actually an old saying, they called that SOL when the liver was a bit blocked up. They called it SOL. And can I say this here? It stood for shit on the liver. And the old wives' tale, the old solution really in the olden days was if little Johnny was actually grumpy and moody and everything, it meant he had a bit of SOL and needed a good dose of salts. And this was Epsom salts, magnesium sulfate, which would open up the bile ducts, detox the liver, and cause some diarrhea. So it was a purgative action on a couple of different detox pathways there. Isn't that interesting when we think about it? And certainly in Chinese medicine, then, the liver is sort of like one of the primary meridians that relate to anger and impatience and temper and all that sort of thing. So if our liver's toxic, you're probably not the nicest person to be around. And so anyway, but certainly clearer thinking is going to eventuate from getting rid of the chemicals. And so you'll find that you'll be clearer in the head, less moody, less irritable. Even some people utilize meditation and mindfulness as part of the detox, actually imagining that what they're doing is optimizing all of these 7 detox pathways of their body and doing a creative visualization as part of that. So improving, it can have this mental side of things as well. So foggy thinking, certainly one of those primary signs of an overloaded and toxic system there. You could experience shinier hair in the long run. So shiny, healthy hair is another benefit of detoxing. And this is really simply because, your hair follicles need nutrients to get to the hair follicle and they need toxins to be taken away. And many people suffer from poor circulation to the hair follicles, and that means the nutrients aren't getting there and the toxins aren't being taken away. So a buildup of toxins can actually prevent, the nutrients getting there and the toxins getting away, and really that could be dry, brittle, unhealthy hair, skin that you're not happy with, and all that sort of thing. So a lot of people notice faster hair growth. They notice healthier nails. It all starting to change when they do a detox. Part of it is the nutrients that are supporting both the detoxification pathways and the production of hair and skin and nails. And the other part is just the removal of the toxins that's holding back the best expression of the health of your hair, skin and nails. And so linked to that, we also have slowed signs of aging. So growing older might mean becoming wiser, but we don't necessarily want the outward signs to come with it, do we? So detoxing certainly can reduce the visible signs of aging by reducing the toxins that contribute to this aging, such as skin damage, also free radical damage, those sorts of things. So internal damage. So detoxing certainly is very good for eliminating the chemicals and the free radical causing components in the body, whether that be toxins or whatever, and helps with nutrient absorption, all those sorts of things. So a lot of benefit in slowing aging and feeling your best when we optimize those detox pathways. One that you might be surprised about, but you could enjoy your food a lot more as well. And part of this is because, our actual taste centers become very attuned to the chemical types of things that we're needed to trigger. We become sort of like desensitized to the flavor of real foods because we're so used to packaged foods. And so certainly in many people notice when they do dietary detoxes that it sparks up their taste buds and they enjoy just real food more. But that happens, we see that in terms of our detoxification processes too. And part of it is, just linked to, often you can have a constant bad taste in your mouth because you're toxic. That's a sign of toxicity. And so when when you start to detox your body and you no longer have that funny flavor in your mouth and the bad breath and everything, things can start to taste better. So your tastes become more attuned and you enjoy food more. And you also are less likely to be craving all the nasty things to give you the hit. So what you actually enjoy your food more because you don't need the things that give you the hit as much to boost up your energy because you've taken care of all of that with all the other benefits of detoxing that we've just covered there. So really, detox can bring the balance back to your whole system. So if you've never detoxed, really, truly a healthier future and a brighter sense of what the world's about could be there for you. It really is quite amazing that people have just, some people say that it's like the fog has lifted and they have a new lease on life. So I hope that's what you could experience with doing a detox. So it certainly could change the way you look and feel. I don't know. Can't promise that it can be like this where you might get the comments like, hey girl, you look so beautiful since that Savvy Detox. It might not be that noticeable, but certainly you're going to feel a lot different. And in fact, a lot of people say that it's like they got their mojo back. So it's like they just didn't have the zing there, but they got their mojo back. So where's my mojo? So a Savvy Detox might help get it back. Groovy baby. So here's another success story from the community. Hi, I'm feeling really well and excited. I'm down 7 kilos. I actually shared that one with you. So I've started already. So I've started on my second Savvy Detox month and looking forward to losing another 6 kilos. So here's someone who decided to tackle it just before Christmas. I've lost 4 kilos in the first week of December on the Savvy Detox, and I got excited because my goal was 10 kilos down by Christmas. By the 23rd, I was down to a 9.8 kilo loss. So I did a couple of days of a tighter diet like the Rapid Fat Loss Protocol, and whammo, I did it, 10 kilos gone. Plus my weight stabilized despite the Christmas fare. Maybe because I stayed on the detox program, but now I'm back on track and my total weight loss is 14 kilos. Isn't that amazing? So 14 kilos. That's somebody who decided that December wasn't a month to just, go, I can't do anything because there's parties and things to do and family and all that sort of things. So she said, nope, I'm going to do this. And she lost 14 kilos. 10 kilos before Christmas. Fantastic. I think that's just fantastic. And, you don't need to be stopped by the time of year either. So on talking with my wellness guide, we decided I needed some time on the detox program before focusing on shedding my weight. Corey advised me to aim to follow the Eat Savvy diet, which is a free cheat sheet, really, that you can download that helps you to eat healthier. And not to try to lose weight, but just to practice eating better by aiming for the green in the Eat Savvy approach. I've lost 20 kilos just practicing alongside the detox. I can now see I put weight on when I'm not savvy. My health has improved, my joints have become more free moving, I'm sleeping better too. I'm going for another 15 kilos loss so I can go surfing again with my son. Just amazing, man. And here's a great visual one, 8 kilos and a dress size change from a size 12 to a size 6. Detox and Eat Savvy, and by the end of the second month I was down from a size 12 to a 6, and my shape has continued to tighten up ever since. Even though I only lost 8 kilos, I've stabilized my weight and totally reshaped my body. So look, whether you're just looking to spark up your mind, feel better, improve your skin, shed weight, look and feel your best, prevent disease, any of those 10 amazing benefits, then doing a detox can help. And so if you like to get started with something, just reach out to your wellness guide or whoever invited you to be part of this particular session. Otherwise, message us via the page and we can certainly invite you into our private Healthy Wealthy Wise group, tag it as some information. But I certainly would encourage you to register for our Detox Masterclass. Okay, so that's where we go through the program in a bit more depth, the products that are involved and those sorts of things. So that'll be a really powerful next step for you. So maybe you feel a little bit like this fella here. I think I need the Savvy Detox plan because I could be unstoppable if I could just get started. So look, for your best wellness journey, as I said before, you need a plan, you need some solutions, you need guidance, and you need community, and you get all of that with the Savvy team. So we're there to help you. It's exactly what we're there to help you detox, reach a high level of wellness. So if you have any questions or you want to know what's the next step, then reach out to your Savvy team contact and they'll be glad to assist you. You can certainly find a lot of information on our Healthy Wealthy Wise blog. And as I said, request an invitation to our private Healthy Wealthy Wise group. So we would encourage you to fill out a how can we help form. And what this does is it helps us, you might just say, yep, I want the detox. I need to do it. Everything you've said there, I got every one of those things. So I obviously need to do it. But what we do with the how can we help form is we look at the particular areas that are of most interest to you so that we can really focus on helping you maximize the things that you're looking to deal with. With that issue that I was sharing with you before, this whole concept of, let me bring it up here for you, the two fundamental causes of poor health. We need to decrease toxicity from all sources and increase nutrition. I actually have a video that I'd like to share with you just on this issue. Now, it was something that was shared this is an American video, but it's equally, wherever you're coming in from, I realize that we have people from all over. We're broadcasting here from Australia, but Australia, New Zealand, the US, Europe often are looking at all of this information. So this is from the US, and it's dealing with the exposures that we have. Remember, I shared with you the number one exposure that we need to do something about is the home exposure, the things we're putting on our skin and all that sort of thing. So this was a news report highlighting just that topic. So let's take a look at that.
In our Consumer Watchdog report tonight, it was startling to learn a number today. 120 is the answer. 120 chemicals in care products, cream, shampoos used every day by women, most of them untested, and a lot by men as well. Today, even lawmakers said it was time for a wake-up call, and ABC senior national correspondent Jim Avila has those details.
The average woman applies 12 beauty products to her body every day, 120 chemicals. For men, it's 6 cosmetics and 80 chemicals. And few, including Betty Lee Hansen, think much about what's in them.
No, I don't. Shame on me.
But right now, no one has the authority to help her, not even the government. So here are some of the chemicals advocates say Americans put on their body every day. From formaldehyde, a known carcinogen, and dioxane in some shampoos, to lead on your lips, parabens possibly linked to cancer and deodorant, even mercury in skin lightening creams, toluene known to cause headaches in nail polish, and diethyl phthalate linked to allergies, hormone disruption, and dermatitis in perfume. Europe has banned 1,200 such chemicals, the U.S. only 10. So critics say cosmetic makers mix a riskier brew of the same product for domestic use.
Companies think that their European customers deserve safer products.
There is now a move in Congress to pass a bill regulating cosmetics by summer, requiring labeling all ingredients and prohibiting chemicals linked to cancer or reproductive problems. Cosmetic companies spent $3.5 million lobbying against the bill, saying it would curtail innovation and compromise trade secrets.
Interesting there, isn't it? That they're really dealing with trade secrets and all that sort of thing. But that's just an example of the fact that it's well known that these chemicals are being really it's known in industry and to many people out there, many of the government bodies, etc., that these chemicals do damage us. And so the problem is that we're being exposed every day, and they can build up at the higher and higher levels and cause us health conditions. And that's the thing. So that's why number one in detoxification is to turn off the toxic tap. Like we keep plunging the plunger, but we keep putting all the toxins in. We're going to be fighting a losing battle. So really important there. So I just noticed some of the comments that were shared here. So for example, Shelley wrote in, community member Shelley said, step one, just changing personal care, just eliminating the chemical exposure there improved her health, and she actually lost 10 kilos in the first year of doing that. So she changed over personal care and home care, I believe, and so just turning off the toxic tap. So a household detox was enough for her to start getting results without changing her diet. A household detox. And I'm going to share with you a clip that might from a natural doctor that might explain a bit about that and the challenges there. So thanks for sharing that, Shelley. And so Linda shared that she changed brands and a whole lot of skin issues disappeared in her family. Absolutely. Dragosus shares that when I finished my 28-day detox, my dermatitis had completely gone, my skin glowed, everyone was saying I looked glowing. I loved the attention and feeling good about it. And that's an interesting thing, isn't it? We want to do all of the things with ladies. You want the makeup and the hair and all that sort of thing. And yet people can suddenly say, you don't sort of feel like a lot's changed, but people say you're glowing. Interesting. That's not an uncommon thing. So Shelley's taking us through the steps here, and I shared her story before. So step two, once I added in the nutrition, I had clearer thinking. I was remembering more than when I was younger, names, numbers, everything, all that sort of thing. Life ran smoother, especially days like today with so much happening at work and needing to keep a busy group of people busy getting their jobs done. Indeed. So Emma shared that she's gotten rid of bleeding gums, chronic fatigue, foggy thinking, terrible hormones, and a whole bunch more. Yeah, so Shelley also wrote in there about what I mentioned about the taste, that one of the benefits of detoxing is improving like enjoying your food more. I found my taste buds did improve. I also have a great sense of smell too from doing detox. Very good. Good on you, Shelley. And this is what I saw that made me think of, because I have this video that I'd like to share with you. But Linda wrote in that when my daughter began some of the basic nutrition, her PMS improved. But also, her daughter had eliminated the chemicals. And I want to share with you about the power of that. So let me just roll this video that is from a naturally focused doctor, just expressing to you the issues with turning off the toxic tap. So most of our detox programs, we're actually talking about nutritional detox and changes in lifestyle so that you're optimizing your diet and optimizing the detox pathways. But we really encourage you first up to kick the chemicals, so to speak. So I think that you'll find this particular one valuable. Let's roll it.
You talk about a buildup of toxins. In your experience, what are the main sources of these toxins? What's the most common things people are starting to accumulate in their body?
Well, the Centers for Disease Control has been doing ongoing studies now for, I'm going to say 15 years. And they're published. And they've now done 4 reports. They've had the 4th report update. So I don't know why they didn't call it the 5th report. And these are taken from what's called the NHANES data, which is a recurring study that is done on U.S. residents to check their nutritional and health aspects. And so they've been using this study to identify the level of toxicant compounds that are in everybody. And so each year they add some more. And we're up to, I think, around 104 or 124, something like that, environmental pollutants that they have so far identified. And these are ones that are in almost everybody that they have tested. So they're ubiquitously distributed throughout the average U.S. residents. Of those, I actually was at a particularly boring meeting and brought up the CDC report on one half of my computer screen and an Excel spreadsheet on the other half. And I began putting in all the ones that were found in everybody, and they're not just the number of chemicals, but the amounts of each one. And when I totaled up the amounts, it turned out that about 80% of the chemical toxicants rolling around in your blood are non-persistent. That means they have short half-lives. Things that I used to discount because I thought, well, they have a short half-life. They won't build up. Not a problem. Well, they're a problem because we're exposed to them every day. And so I used to just focus on DDT and PCBs and lead and mercury and, and they're easy to point to. They've got so much literature on how horrible they are and the health implications of them. But the things like the phthalates, the plasticizers, bisphenol A, organophosphate pesticides that are not persistent, but they're in our food. Solvents, they're fat soluble, but they're not persistent. Well, when I did this, all this addition, it turned out that over 80% of all the toxicants rolling around in your blood are non-persistent. They have short half-lives. So that means if someone could simply change their lifestyle, primarily removing the things in the home that are putting out a lot of toxicants into the air, changing their diet to take out the foods that are loaded with toxicants, and their personal care products, 84%. Within 3 weeks, you'll have 84% reduction in the toxicants rolling around in your bloodstream. And these are like the phthalates, the plasticizers. The low molecular weight phthalates primarily come from personal care products. The foods, the high molecular weight, well, both of these are associated with obesity, diabetes, allergy, asthma. I'm sure you've never heard anything about those being common problems.
Yeah.
I just reviewed an article, several articles I have on the high molecular weight phthalates, DEHP, which is primarily from food, causing endometriosis, uterine fibroids, horribly painful issues for women. Now, that's primarily from food. You change your diet, you change your lifestyle, and all of a sudden you're not going to be having these things rolling around in your bloodstream. And it's mind-boggling that they're associated with all these common problems that are plaguing everybody. It's like, I've had patients with cancer that did cleansing and had their tumors go away. I've seen that happen. But the majority of individuals just with health that is not working right, and I bet that's probably about 100% of your friends, if we would just clear these things out of our lifestyle, and then those that are persistent, we'd have to do something more serious about.
And the serious is about doing the detox. So easy as 1, 2, 3. Really, if we can turn off the toxic tap, and we can focus on our free eat savvy diet, really just changing our lifestyle, eating healthier foods and everything, get on some basic nutrition. As you heard there, 80% of those chemicals will be gone from your system, and you're going to be feeling incredibly much better, just like many of the community members have written in already. And then periodically we can do a detox to, optimize our body's detox pathways. Might be for 1 month, might be for 2, might be for 3 months, for example, in order to get rid of some of those persistent chemicals in the system and help the actual body's pathways to function better. And then you'll be starting to reach that higher level of wellness faster. It's that simple. Easy as 1, 2, 3. So many people have gone before you. Come join us on the journey. I'm sure you'll be glad you did. Again, reach out to us if you'd like to get a hold of the free Eat Savvy download. This would be a great place to start change your diet. Won't cost you anything. Just eat in the green, eat the savvy foods. But I would certainly encourage you to register for our free masterclass on the detox protocol. And, because really that's the next step. And talk to us about our safer alternatives for all of the personal care products that you're using in the home. And change brands, live clean, because you're going to find that will make such a big difference in your life. It's really a matter of health is a choice. We love this quote, today I choose to be healthy. So we encourage you each and every day to make the choices that lead you to a high level of wellness and, start eliminating those habits that lead you to less than perfect health. So it's Corey Sievers here from the Savvy team, encouraging you to be savvy. So all the best. Look forward to catching up with you again on some other future event and hopefully on the next Detox Masterclass. So they're the 10 amazing benefits of detoxing your body. I hope you found that valuable and you can maybe get some insights into, some of the potential advantages for you in doing a detox. And remember back to some of those initial symptoms that I covered in the beginning there, everything from problem skin through to rashes, everything from foggy thinking through to, an increased incidence of feeling unwell or disease. There are just so many benefits of detoxing the body. And so look, if there've just been like unexplained issues that you've been dealing with for various reasons, it would be worthwhile really being serious and spending at least 30 days doing a detox. Our community members, we've had so many people that have been astounded by the changes, like getting rid of conditions that they were just, unexplained things that they had no solution from, through the medical, through the doctor or whatever. They just weren't able to get on top of them. So weird sort of underlying conditions that just disappeared after doing a detox. Now, and the great thing about a detox and the way we put it together in a very holistic program is that it's non-specific as such. So, many people say, well, look, a detox, will that help with my kidneys? I know that my kidneys aren't functioning too well, and so I need to do a kidney detox. You actually don't need to necessarily do a specific organ detox, because what we're dealing with is helping the body to function optimally by supplying it with nutrition. Okay, by supplying it with certain herbs and nutrients to optimize the function of these organs. And all of our body systems are designed to work in tandem, work together, as associated systems. So it's not like, you typically think of treat this and then you treat that and then you treat that, because otherwise it's going to be a long ride as you treat one detox pathway after another. But look, if you have struggled with any aspect of, problems with health and well-being, it's a really good idea just to start the year with a clean slate, we could say. So do a bit of a detox. From there, we can look at your how can we help survey that you fill out. We can then design the next action plan or, a pathway moving forward, whether you just move off the detox onto the Eat Savvy approach along with the Savvy 90 program or whatever. Look, surprising things could happen for you if you just tackle the detox. So if you want some support and you want to be involved in the next intake of the detox program, then just reach out to your Savvy Team Wellness Guide or message us via the page and let's get you started. So that's it for the healthy session today. Let's jump on into the wealthy and wise. And this is when we're going to be dealing with, are you more like carrots, eggs, or coffee? So let's ask that question and jump on into this next session. And this is all really dealing with your ability to withstand adversity, the tough times, and being thrown in hot water, should we say. And it's an interesting thought process if you really think about it. And I want you to think about it as we go through this, how you have dealt with things. And this is not how you need to be moving forward. You can make changes. You can make changes in your personal philosophy. And the science of epigenetics, which we'll talk about in the Wellness It's Not That Hard session, means that as soon as you change your thinking, you're going to change the expression of your genetic potential. So you can make changes in your life your lifestyle and your health today. Today. It's that quick when you understand the science. So looking at this concept, when you think about it, okay, so are you more like carrots, eggs, or coffee? So when we think of a carrot is fairly stiff, isn't it? It's fairly firm and crisp if it's a fresh carrot, and so we can easily snap it like that. Whereas if the carrot has been put in hot water, like you, are you more like a carrot when after you get into hot water, you turn soft and squishy and your resilience just disappears? Are you more like a carrot? Okay, so a carrot, see, like a carrot, now that it's a shorter carrot, it's pretty hard. That's pretty firm and strong. So a carrot is strong and firm, but when it's been plunged into adversity, it goes soft and loses all of its resilience. Or are you more like an egg? So an egg starts out, with an external shell that's sort of firm, but a soft and squishy center. So, if you're a person who's strong to the outside world, but, perhaps you're a, gentle and kind and, kind-hearted, softy on the inside, for example, and then you're plunged into tough times, are you like the egg? That you become hard. And so, even on the inside, you're hard now. So whereas before you were soft, the tough times have actually made you become hard of heart as such. And so you've lost your ability to cope and your resilience and your ability to maintain that inner well-being, really, because it's just, turned you hard. The tough times, the adversity, the being thrown into hot water has turned you hard. Okay, so how are you more like carrots? Where just think about it. Even you can share if you like, but we'd love to know what your thoughts are as we go through these sorts of things. But how well do you cope under pressure? Now, obviously, the more you're being put into difficult situations and able to learn and grow, then the more you develop your resilience. And that's why stretching outside of your comfort zone is so wise, because it develops your resilience. It doesn't necessarily turn you hard on the inside like the egg, and it doesn't necessarily turn you soft and squishy like the carrot. The more you stretch outside of your comfort zone and develop your resilience, then the more you're going to be like coffee. So what does coffee do? Coffee, when it's plunged into hot water, it transforms the hot water. So if you're more like coffee, when adversity hits you, you're more likely to have the mindset to be able to look for solutions and transform the situation. Find the silver lining in the clouds of doubt. You're more likely to, even just through your resilience, be able to, and your strength and the fortitude, and you're able to then transform people around you, make a difference, even just transmute the situation for you so that it's a whole different ballgame. So are you more like carrots, eggs, or coffee? We're encouraging you to have a transformational personality and be more like coffee. And you might say, that's not me, I'm a softie, I'm quiet and all that sort of thing. That is not. Transformational personality doesn't mean that you have to be an out there kind of person. It means that you're able to, deal with adversity on the inside, but also still, you're still expressing the right things on the outside, but you're able to sort of keep focused on what you want rather than focused on circumstances around you that could otherwise harden you. So which one are you? When adversity knocks, how do you respond? It's an interesting, how do the people around you respond? How can you be more transformational like coffee? So a carrot might seem strong, as I was snapping it there, but when adversity knocks, it ends up losing its, when the hot water hits, it loses its strength. Are you more like that? Or are you like an egg that has that soft and malleable inside? You possess a fluid spirit, but after some sort of a tough time like a death, a separation, a business failure, a financial loss, or being laid off, you become just hard on the inside and not a very nice person to be around. Or are you more like coffee? The coffee changes the situation. The actual element that causes its pain is the stepping stone to a new transformational situation. So which one are you? So I guess the thing here when you're looking at this whole situation, it's believe in your goals, believe in your destiny, believe in the things that you're going for, and don't let the tough times that come along harden you. The old quote that I like is, tough times never last, but tough people do. And that's not to say that you need to become like the egg and stay tough. So, we want you to be more transformational like coffee. And so think about the transformation when you're stretching outside of your comfort zone and everything. How can you reorganize yourself? How can you reorient yourself? When something doesn't go as you'd hoped, how can you take that time to sort of re-examine things? A lot of people just keep banging on, doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for a different result, rather than, going back, not retreating and disappearing, but stepping back and going, all right, so, what's going on here? How can I improve? What did I do well? What could I do differently? So really balance your thoughts there. And if, as the saying goes, if plan A doesn't work, it's okay. There's a whole bunch more letters in the alphabet. So balance your thoughts. Failure is just one thing. Failure can become an opportunity when you keep remembering your achievements and don't let that one failure stop you, that adversity and everything. It's very interesting when I've studied really, really successful people, they've often had failures in their life and they've broken through that. And financial authors such as Robert Kiyosaki, he actually believes that the problem with our school system is that it rewards not failing. It rewards getting full marks, remembering things, rote learning in books and everything. And it doesn't reward giving it a go and failing. And so it doesn't build that ability inside ourselves to withstand getting out of our comfort zone and yet still failing. And so that really retracts everything that goes on in the world. So, yeah. So let the difficulties appear. Let them come. When something ends or it's not good, there's always a new beginning then. So, what's the saying? That victory rises from the ashes of defeat. Have that sort of an attitude. That's a coffee sort of an attitude. That's okay. When one door closes, another one opens. Have faith in what you're going for and what you can achieve, and you'll be on the right track. So what I'd like to do now is share a message from Bishop T.D. Jakes, and this is somebody that Oprah on one of her life classes highlighted, put this gentleman up. And I just thought that in this particular part of Wealthy and Wise, it would be really valuable. So let's listen to Bishop T.D. Jakes.
The other thing that you have to learn is when you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny.
Oh my God. Woo! That hit me. That just hit me.
Did that hit you?
That hit me.
Wow.
Whoa.
This is a pump moment right here. That's a church thing.
That hit me.
Yeah.
Did that hit y'all? When you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny.
Yes.
That makes me want to cry. That hit me that hard. That's deep.
It's really deep because when you consider you cannot give energy, but in so many directions, that you are a limited resource. And if you're going to spend all that energy energizing where you've been, then you're not going to have the fuel and the fire and the tenacity and the aggressiveness that you need to energize where you're going. So touch somebody and say, let it go.
Let it go.
Wow.
Women are taught to think that it is powerful to hold people hostage with what they did wrong, that that's your power, that's how you get back. No, I didn't forget it, and I'm strong, and I'm tough. But it takes more strength to forgive than it does to be vengeful and angry. And the worst part about it is, I really, 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 really believe that forgiveness does not exonerate the perpetrator. It does not justify their behavior. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself.
Woo! Because you let it go.
Because you let it go so that you are available to be your highest and best self. And because you are saying that it is not stronger than me. It is not stronger than me. I disconnect from it and find that I am in control of it, and it is not in control of me.
All right. I'm still holding, when you hold on your history, you do that to dispense of your destiny. That's a quote for the ages, I got to just tell you.
It's powerful.
That's right up there with
it has been my philosophy. If I had held on to all the things that happened to me in my childhood and in my life, I wouldn't be standing here today. I had to realize that when you rehearse those visions and images, you empower them. You actually enshrine them.
So what are you holding on to? What sort of things are you holding on to that means you're this hardened egg? Or, you've just lost all of your ability to be resilient. So what are you holding on to? It's a fascinating, great clip there from an Oprah Life class there. So what's the quote? Pretty powerful when you think about it. When you hold on to your history, you do so at the expense of your destiny. So what is it time for you to let go of? What is it time for you to let go of? So do you have any particular inspirations or insights that you'd like to share? I have a poem that I'd like to share with you as we're wrapping up. So great you could be with us here, Peter. Peter shares that getting out of your comfort zone from time to time creates just enough good stress to ramp up your focus, creativity, pace, and drive. And it helps you to respond to life stress and when unexpected things happen. Yeah. So we often think of stress as being something that's bad. All stress is bad, but eustress as such, not as in eustress, but eustress is good stress. And when we actually understand some of the things that go on, a lot of the things a lot of the things that you think are healthy are actually because they put somewhat of an adaptive, like a stress on the body that then the body adapts to. So you may have heard of things such as fasting. So I practice fasting. Fasting is a good stress. It puts a stress on your biology that forces your body to adapt and reach a higher level in essence. So when you go to the gym, you're putting a good stress on your body that forces an adaptation process. Getting out of your comfort zone and stretching yourself is a good stress, as Peter asserted there. And that helps you develop and grow. You probably didn't even realize this, but taking antioxidants actually is a good stress. The way it works in the body is they're not. It's hard to describe how they work, but they actually trigger somewhat of a stress. The phytonutrients, the polyphenols, for example, trigger a biological stress that triggers an adaptation that leads to the reduction in free radical damage in the body. So a lot of the things that have grown us in our life or that help us in our life have actually been these good stresses. So definitely look for how you can grow. Don't let the tough times harden you. Transform them like coffee. So just moving on, I wanted to, so definitely share your insights with us. If there's any inspiration or insights, then we'd love to know. But I'm going to share with you now just a poem that I first heard, I guess when I was just a teenager. And, we all go through tough times, and it was written by John Greenleaf Whittier back in the 1800s. And so it's just as relevant today. And so we'd love to know your thoughts on that. And it's called Don't Quit. So when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. So let us know whether there's been any insights, inspiration, for you in terms of this wealthy and wise section. So, and remember, be more like coffee. Transform that situation. Get out of your comfort zone and transform that situation. So there you have it. When you hold on to your history, you do so at the expense of your destiny. So if you're ready to let go of all that history and move forward with a clear vision for 2020, then let's do it together. Whether it be holding on to the history of ill health and toxicity and you want to come and join us in a detox program, or whether it's just tackling some of those things that you're emotionally holding on to or whatever, now's the time. This is a perfect time of year to just detox all of that and start afresh. So, from the wellness side of things, if you're looking for support and guidance, then that's exactly what we're here for. So really, we can help you. And if you have any questions about the material that I've gone through, then just reach out to us. We'll be glad to help. And so really, as you're starting out this new year, if there's something that you'd like to improve about your health and wellness, then we can guide you there. But look, whether you're just new to the show or whether you've been joining us all throughout this year, thank you for being with us. We really do appreciate your involvement in what we do here in the Savvy team. Whether you're brand new to what we do in the Savvy team or you're one of our community members, thank you. 2 thumbs up for being with us. Please do share this information. Please do join us and in the journey and help us to pay this information forward as well. So, how can we help you? What is it we can do to help you? If you can tell us what you want to improve in the next, in the next phase of your life to create a clearer vision for 2020, then if you can tell us what you want, we can show you how to achieve it. You've heard me say this before, but for your best journey, whether it be health improvement or self-improvement, you'll want a plan, you'll want some solutions, you'll want guidance, and it's just more fun with the community around you. And that's what we provide you here in the Savvy team. So I wanted to leave you as we wrap up this year, wrap up the show for 2019 and move into a clear vision for 2020. We've been talking detox here. We've been talking about letting go of your history. So I thought this was a perfect quote to finish up with. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. So look, whatever it is that you're looking to start on in a new project, a clearer vision, a 2020 clear vision for improved health and lifestyle, we can help you get there. So congratulations for being with us here during 2019. All the best. We look forward to catching up with you even more during 2020. Until next time, it's Corey Sievers here, encouraging you to be savvy.